مرحبا بكم في قناة هاوتاتس التعليمية. ادعم القناة بالاشتراك وتفعيل الجرس والإعجاب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مرحبا بكم إلى قناة هاوتاتس التعليمية مع الأستاذ أ.جاسم العقيلي وشرح لمنهج الصف الثالث ثانوي الفصل الدراسي الأول ميجا جول 5 الوحدة الخامسة Unit number 5. Do you really need it? هل تحتاج ذلك حقيقة؟ 1. Do you think you are influenced by advertisement? هل تؤثر فيك الإعلانات? Explain. 2. Describe an advertisement that you think is memorable or effective. صف لنا إعلانا لا ينسى أو مؤثر.
The BMX 3000 sports car. Introducing the new BMX 3000. Set yourself apart from the crowd with a car as modern and sophisticated as you are. The BMX 3000 has everything you ever dreamed of: speed, beauty, power, and performance. But be prepared for the attention. Wherever you go, people will watch and admire you and your BMX 3000. Wake up and get into the car of your dreams. Drive a BMX 3000 because you only live once.
Floral Essence Shampoo. Put an end to dull, lifeless hair with Floral Essence Shampoo. Floral Essence contains 28 vitamins and minerals, so your hair will shine with health. Studies show that Floral Essence's exclusive new formula makes your hair twice as strong, while protecting your hair against the harmful effects of wind and sun. Use Floral Essence Shampoo for strong and healthy hair.
Dynex Laundry Detergent. Trying to get rid of tough laundry stains can be frustrating. Luckily, there's Dynex Laundry Detergent. Dynex has 33% more cleaning power than the next leading brand. If Dynex won't work, nothing will. Yet, while Dynex is powerful enough to get out the worst stains, it is gentle enough to use with all your clothes. Give it a try and see the Dynex difference for yourself. Unless your clothes look their best, you won't feel your best.
Crystal Spring Water. Crystal Spring. It's the clear choice. When you drink Crystal Spring Water, you refresh your body with 100% all-natural spring water. Unless you like lots of artificial additives in your water, you'll love the pure, clean refreshment of Crystal Spring Water. Collected straight from a Swiss mountain spring with nothing added and nothing changed, Crystal Spring is water the way nature intended it. And at Crystal Spring, we are committed to taking care of the environment. Our plastic bottles are 100% recyclable and use 50% less plastic. Drink Crystal Spring water because it's good for your body and good for the environment.
Planet Mercury sneakers. Until you put your feet in Planet Mercury sneakers, you don't know what they are capable of. With Planet Mercury's revolutionary new patented sneaker technology, you can run faster, jump higher, and perform better. Why settle for less when you can have the best? Take it from NBA star Derek Larkin, who says, "I wouldn't wear anything else on the court." Join the Planet Mercury generation. Don't let everyone else have all the fun.
A. Vocabulary. Match each word with its definition. صل كل كلمة بتعريفها. Answers. 1. Admire وتعني D. Respect يحترم أو يقدر. 2. Brand وتعني G. The name that identifies a product or manufacturer وهو الاسم الماركة. 3. Exclusive وتعني F. Belonging only to one حصري company. 4. Formula وتعني C. Combination of ingredients مزيج من بعض المكونات وهي معادلة أو صيغة. 5. Intended وتعني A. Meant or planned يعني مخطط لأجل. 6. Revolutionary وتعني B. causing big change ثوري يحدث تغييرا كبيرا. Number 7 sophisticated وتعني E having high class tastes يعني معقد ولديه أيضا مذاق من مستوى عال. B. Comprehension. Answer the questions about the advertisements. Number 1. Which advertisements appeal to the reader's desire to be special? ما هو الإعلان الذي يجعل القارئ يريد أن يكون مميزا؟ BMX 3000 sports car. Number 2. Which advertisements appeal to the reader's desire to do what other people are doing? رغبة القارئ أن يقوم بما يقوم به الآخرين. Plant Mercury sneakers. Number 3. Planet عفوا. Number 3. Which advertisement uses statistics to sell their products? الإحصائيات لبيع منتجاتهم. Dynex laundry detergent and crystal spring water. Number 4. Which advertisements use famous people to sell their products? يستعملون أناس مشهورون لبيع منتجاتهم. Planet Mercury sneakers. Number 5. Which advertisements do you think are most effective? Why? وأي إعلان أكثر أثرا؟ I think the ad for the BMX 3000 sports car is the best because it makes me want to buy one. يجعلني أن أشتري واحدة. 3. Grammar. قواعد. Adverb clauses. Grammar. القواعد. Adverb clauses الجمل الظرفية أو التي تدل على الحال وهي جمل تابعة لا تستقل بالمعنى. An adverb clause is a dependent clause. It begins with an adverb تبدأ بحال and always linked to an independent clause وترتبط بجملة مستقلة. Because the shoes were on sale لأن الأحذية كانت في تخفيض أو بتخفيض. I bought 2 pairs. الآن adverb clause because the shoes were on sale لا تعطينا أي معلومة مستقلة بذاتها. المعلومة المستقلة بذاتها التي تفيد معنى I bought اشتريت 2 pairs وهذه الجملة تدل على حالي بسبب هذه أنني اشتريت. لماذا؟ بسبب أنها كان عليها تخفيضا. فإذا هذه الجملة الحالية فيها كلمة because. Don't buy that dress unless هذه تبدأ بكلمة unless you really need it. Unless you really need it الآن ما لم تكن تحتاج إليه لكنها لا تخبرنا بشيء ولكن الذي يخبرنا بشيء النتيجة. Don't buy that dress لا تشتري هذا الفستان. Note: when adverb clause begins the sentence عندما نبدأ بها الجملة use a comma نستخدم فاصلة عندما نأتي بالجملة الثانية to separate it from the independent clause المستقلة. When the adverb clause is at the end do not use commas. إذا كانت في النهاية لا نستعمل الفاصلة. Because of بسبب أن since حيث أن and now والآن that begin adverb clauses that give information about reasons تعطي السبب للجملة الحال. They closed the store early أغلقوا المتجر مبكرا. لماذا؟ Since there were no customers لأنه لم يكن هنالك الزبائن. Because of must be followed by a noun و because of علينا أن نتبعها باسم or noun phrase أو جملة اسمية. They went to the mall because of the sale. The sale التخفيض. ذهبوا إلى المول لأن هنالك بسبب التخفيض. In order to and so that begin adverb clauses that give information about purpose. إذن هذه ليست أسباب وهنا الغرض من هذه. In order من أجل. So that لذا يريد أن. In order to must be followed with the base form of the verb. وعلينا أن نأتي بعد in order to الفعل في المصدر والسبب كلمة infinitive to المصدرية. Advertisement use many techniques. In order to الكثير من الإعلانات تستعمل الكثير من الأساليب. In order to لأجل أن إذن to تأتي بعدها الفعل في المصدر convince people to buy products أن تقنع الناس لشراء المنتجات. Clauses with so that usually include a model. so عادة ما يكون فيها أحد من أفعال المودلز الذي تعلمناهم سابقا. I left my wallet at home so that I wouldn't منفية أو مثبتة، هنا منفية. I wouldn't be tempted to buy anything. إذن so that I wouldn't, mustn't, needn't وغيرها من المودلز. If, even if, in case, only if, and unless، وهذه جمل كلها تدل على الشرط. Begin adverb clauses that give information about conditions. I'll write down my phone number in case في حالة نسيان you need it إذا احتجت إلى ذلك. If you need it أيضا صحيحة. Even if you forgot it مثلا. In case you need it. Only if you need it مثلا إذا كنت فقط تحتاج. Unless you need it إذا كان ذلك عكس ما نريد أن نقوله. Use if to show that the condition affects the result. If إذا كان الشرط يؤثر على النتيجة. Use even if to show that it doesn't. even if تبين أن لا يوجد هناك أثر، يعني حتى وإن لم. Use the present tense with an if clause، ونستعمل في جملة if المضارع البسيط أو المضارع. even if it refers to the future، حتى ولو استعملناها للمستقبل. We won't go to the picnic. الآن لن نذهب إلى النزهة، وهذا مستقبل will not، وأنت تفترض أن التالي أيضا مستقبل. لا، إذا كانت جملة شرطية علينا أن نجعلها في المضارع. If it rains، حتى إذا مطرت عفوا. We're going to the picnic، سنذهب إلى النزهة. Even if it rains، حتى وإن أمطرت. إذن even if تعني وإن تحقق هذا الشرط. Where, wherever, and everywhere begin adverb clauses that give information about place. هذه تعطي معلومات عن المكان. He buys something whenever wherever he goes. إنه يشتري شيئا أينما ذهب. wherever أينما. The advertisement were placed everywhere you could imagine. Everywhere في كل مكان تتخيله. Match the main clauses and adverb clauses to form sentences. صل الجمل الشرطية أو الجمل الرئيسية بالجمل الحال أو الظرفية. Use correct punctuation، واستعمل أيضا علامات الترقيم الصحيحة. Answers.
They patented their new formula so that no one else could use it. 2. D. She can't use that brand of makeup because she's allergic to it. 3. F. Even if you were in perfect health, you should have an annual checkup. 4. E. I shop where I can get the best prices. 5. B. I'll come to the picnic tomorrow only if I finish my paper tonight. 6. Since I started exercising, I feel so much more energetic.
B. Complete each sentence with a word or phrase from the box. In some cases, more than one answer is possible. استعمل هذه الكلمات لتكمل هذه الفراغات. قد يكون هنالك جواب مكرر. Answers. I'll give you a call while we're hiking unless مالم I can't get a signal on my cell phone. Even if حتى وإن unless إن لم it rains tomorrow, the parade will still happen. Number 2, it is important to wear your seatbelt so that لأجل أن you don't get hurt in an accident. Number 3, people vote in order to الناس يصوتون لأجل أن have an impact on their government. Number 4, the football game had to be cancelled because of بسبب the heat الحرارة. Number 5, wherever في أي مكان he goes, his little brother follows him يتبعه أخوه. Number 6, because بسبب since منذ أن أو now that الآن أن he's working in a prestigious law firm. He wears sophisticated clothes. C. Combine each part of the sentences using the appropriate word or phrase in parentheses. قم بجمع الجملتين باستخدام الرابط الموجود بين قوسين. Answers.
Answers 1. Since we have no idea how to get there, we're going to use a map. 2. Now that a new leader has been elected, things are starting to change. 3. Even if you get the flu shot, you can still get the flu. 4. She takes her electronic dictionary with her wherever she goes. 5. If you want to go to a top university, you must have excellent grades. 6. I'd be happy to keep you company unless you want to be alone. 7. The game was cancelled because of the rain. 8. Keep in touch so that I know how you are doing.
D. Complete the sentences with your own ideas. أكمل هذه الجمل بأفكارك الشخصية. Answers.
Answers 1. I will read more books now that I have more time. 2. Global warming will continue unless people begin taking better care of the planet. 3. If I found my best friend's journal, I would not read it. 4. Take a phone with you in case you need help. 5. Wherever you go these days, people are talking on the phone. 6. Unless you have
a passport, you will not be allowed to cross the border. E. Look at the TV commercial for toothpaste. Imagine what the man is saying. Write a script for the commercial using some of the words from the box. اكتب إعلانا لهذا معجون الأسنان. If you want sparkling white teeth, try Sparkle Bright toothpaste. الآن أعطي أسبابا أو نتائجا أو ترويجا إلى بعض إيجابياته. Because of, even if, everywhere, if, in case, in order to, now that, only if, since, so that, unless, where, wherever. 4. Conversation. المحادثة. Real talk. Broke, out of money. مفلس. Blow, waste money, يعني يضيع المال. Max out وتعني spend up to the limit, أن يصرف كل ما لديه إلى الحد الأقصى. Beat it وتعني leave quickly, علينا نغادر سريعا.
Wow! Look at all those bags. I wouldn't buy any more if I were you. I think you're going to regret spending so much money today. You bought 4 sweaters, 3 dresses, and 2 pairs of shoes.
Actually, I bought 3 pairs of shoes, but don't worry, I'm not buying another thing. I don't think I could carry anything else. And anyway, after all this shopping, I'm officially broke.
Let's go so that you're not tempted to buy anything else. Hey, where are you going?
Look at this gorgeous sweater.
Didn't you just say you weren't going to buy another thing?
Yeah, but now I'm not so sure. I hardly have any red sweaters. This one is adorable.
I thought you were broke. I would just walk away from it if I were you.
Well, I do have my credit card.
I don't think using your credit card is a good idea. Think carefully about it before you blow more money on more clothes.
You're right. I'd better not max out my credit card. Okay, I'm going to show some self-control. If I stay here another minute or 2, I'll break down and buy it. So quick, let's beat it.
1. Where are Farah and Amal? How do you know? أين هم? They are at the mall or in a department store. Amal has bought a lot of different things. Number 2. What is Farah trying to convince Amal not to do? Why? ما الذي تقنعه ألا تفعل؟ Farah tells Amal not to buy anything else because she has already bought a lot of the clothes. Number 3. What does Amal change her mind about in the conversation? ما الذي غيرت رأيها عنها؟ Amal decide not to buy the red sweater since she doesn't want to max out her credit card. 5. Listening. Listen to the lecture about advertising techniques, then identify the kind of technique each product uses. أساليب الترويج وكل هذه المنتجات وما تستعمل من أساليب Sparkle Bright Toothpaste, Do Top Cola, Indigo Jeans, Caremark Cards, Safe Home Alarm Systems. Advertising Technique أسلوب الترويج أو أسلوب الإعلان. نستمع.
Good morning, and welcome to the class Advertising 101. You are here today because you want to learn the secrets behind how advertisers sell to consumers. As you become more familiar with the techniques advertisers use to sell their products, you will notice that these same approaches pop up again and again, selling everything from toothpaste to tires and life insurance to laundry detergent. Let's take a look at some of these techniques. Endorsements are one of the most popular types of advertising techniques. This technique shows a famous person promoting the product. Because viewers admire and want to be like the person, they may want to use the product. Here's an example.
I'm famous for my smile, but I owe that smile to Sparkle Bright Toothpaste.
Another popular advertising technique is called the bandwagon technique. To jump on the bandwagon is an idiom that means to join something simply because it is fashionable. So when advertisements use this technique, they try to make viewers believe that they will be part of the popular crowd if they use the product. Listen to an example.
More and more people are switching to the refreshment of Dew Top Cola. Don't you want to be one of them?
The anti-bandwagon technique takes the opposite approach. It encourages consumers to feel that if they buy a certain product, they will show their individuality and be recognized as someone special.
When you're ready to break away from the pack, there's Indigo Jeans. Think for yourself. Indigo Jeans.
Emotional appeal is a technique in which the advertiser tries to get the viewer to respond to the commercial with some kind of strong emotion. The advertiser wants the consumer to associate the product with the emotion. Listen to two examples of emotional appeal.
Even though my mama and I live miles apart, she is always in my heart. That's why I'm sending her a Caremark card, because when you send Caremark, you say, I care.
Imagine if your home was burglarized in the middle of the night. What would you do? How would you keep your family safe? Luckily, with safe home alarm systems, you never have to worry about the safety of your family and your home.
Answers. Endorsement وهو عبارة عن الترويج بشخص ما. Bandwagon Technique يعني السير القطيع أو الجميع. Anti-Bandwagon Technique عكس هذه. Emotional Appeal الجاذبية العاطفية. Emotional Appeal أيضا. Pronunciation نطق. The word to has different pronunciations. للكلمة to نطق متعدد. Before consonants قبل الحروف الساكنة to is generally pronounced ta. عادة ما ننطقها ta. Like the first sound in the word tug. Before vowels وقبل الحروف المتحركة a, e, I, o, u to is generally pronounced ta like the word to. إذن هنا long to like the word to. Listen and practice. استمع وتدرب عليها جيدا.
1. Good morning, and welcome to Advertising 101. 2. You are here today because you want to learn the secrets behind how advertisers sell to consumers. 3. Because viewers admire and want to be like the person, they may want to use the product. 4. The advertiser tries to get the viewer to respond to the commercial with some kind of strong emotion. 5. The advertiser wants the consumer to associate the product with the emotion.
7. Vocabulary building. A. You will see the following words in the reading. Match the words with their meanings. Answers 1. E. Consumer وتعني a person who buys things or services وهو المستهلك. 2. Exposed وتعني F. Left unprotected وتعني مكشوف بدون حماية. 3. Logo وهو الشعار. B. Design symbol of a business or product. Number 4. Outlandish وتعني A. Shockingly strange or unexpected يعني غريب أو غير متوقع. Number 5. Spontaneously وتعني C. Without planning يعني في اللحظة بدون تخطيط. Number 6. Unconventional وتعني D. Different from what is typically expected غير اعتيادي. 8. Reading. Before reading, make a list of all places you see ads in your everyday life. سمي الأماكن التي ترى فيها إعلانات في حياتك. How many ads do you think you are exposed to in an average day? وكم الإعلانات التي تراها في اليوم الواحد أو في اليوم الاعتيادي؟
Ads everywhere. Do you buy it? For most people, it is virtually impossible to go through the day without seeing advertisements. From the time we wake up and flip on the TV or check our email, we are surrounded by advertisements. They are in magazines, on buses, on billboards, online, and on buildings, to name just a few of the places we see them throughout the day. According to a recent study, the average person is exposed to between 400 and 600 advertisements each day. This means that by the time we are 60, we will have been exposed to 40 to 50 million advertisements. In the past, advertisements were usually designed to reach people in their homes through traditional approaches, like TV commercials and newspaper and magazine ads. However, people's viewing habits have changed dramatically in the last couple of decades. These days, people are less likely to give one form of media their full attention. For example, even if someone is watching TV, they are also often using the internet at the same time. Advertisers need the consumer's attention in order to promote their products. But because getting this attention is harder than it used to be, advertisers have been forced to find new ways of reaching the consumer. One unconventional place advertisements are popping up is in doctors' offices. In some doctors' offices, pharmaceutical companies advertise products on everything from boxes of tissues to the paper covering the exam table. Doctors get free products, and the advertisers get the consumer's attention. Similarly, advertisements are becoming more common in schools. Free products, such as book covers and educational posters, are offered by companies so that the company can advertise on these materials. In the U.S., a company called Channel One broadcasts a 10-minute news program followed by 2 minutes of commercials each day in 350,000 schools. Because the schools show these news programs, the companies give them thousands of dollars worth of much-needed audiovisual equipment. Advertisers have found that one of the best ways to get consumer attention is to place ads in unusual places. So, ads are popping up in all kinds of unexpected places, like pizza boxes, grocery carts, air sickness bags on airplanes, and even on pieces of food like bananas and apples. A television network recently imprinted its logo on 35 million eggs. They called the approach Advertisements. One of the strangest developments in advertising has been people selling advertising space on themselves. This mini-trend began in 2005 when a man offered his face for advertising to the highest bidder on eBay. A pharmaceutical company won the spot, paying the man $37,375 to place a temporary sticker on his forehead to advertise one of their products. He may have been the first to offer such an unusual exchange, but he was not the last. Perhaps the sneakiest form of advertising is called buzz marketing. This involves a company hiring people to create excitement about a product. In exchange for free products or money, these people pretend to talk about the product spontaneously in everyday settings to people they meet in their daily lives. Sometimes professional actors are even hired to pose as users of the product. If the technique is done correctly, the consumers do not even know that they were the target of buzz marketing. Lately, buzz marketing has been spreading to chat rooms, internet forums, and blogs. Wherever we go, advertisements seem to follow. Unless you're reading this article on a desert island, there's probably an advertisement close by. And there seems to be no limit to the lengths advertisers will go to in order to catch our attention. In the years ahead, we can expect advertisers to come up with even more creative, surprising, and outlandish forms of advertising in their ongoing efforts to grab our attention and our wallets.
1. How many advertisements is the average person exposed to each day? معدل الإعلانات اليومية. The average person is exposed to between 400 and 600 advertisements each day. 2. What are traditional advertising approaches? ما الأساليب الاعتيادية والتقليدية؟ TV commercials, newspaper ads, and magazine ads are traditional advertising approaches. Number 3. What does the author of the article consider to be one of the strangest developments in advertising? الأسلوب الغريب في تطور الإعلانات. Selling advertising space on one's body is a strange development in advertising. الإعلان على الجسم. Number 4. What does the author consider to be the sneakiest form of advertising? الأسلوب الخفي أو الأكثر خفاء. Buzz marketing is considered to be the sneakiest form of advertising. ولعله الإعلان بالإثارة المجتمعية.
Speaking 1. Work in pairs groups. Think about advertising that is used to address adults, teenagers, and young children in your country. Decide on 2 to 3 products and/or services for each age group. Which advertisements are more memorable in your view? 2. Talk about the slogans, images, and methods techniques used in these advertisements and make notes in the chart. Then use your notes to discuss your ideas in class.
فكر في 3 إعلانات وناقشها في الصف. Target group الموجهة للصف أو المجموعة الموجهة له. Adults الراشدون. Teenagers البالغون وهم المراهقون في السن 11 حتى 19 أو 18. Young children الأطفال الصغار. Product Service 1 أو المنتج أو الخدمة رقم 1. Product Service 2 وميثود تكنيك والأسلوب الدعائي لهذه الخدمة. 10. Writing كتابة. Do you enjoy writing by hand? هل تستمتع بالكتابة يدويا؟ Why not? 2. Do you think handwriting is a useful skill? Why not? هل الكتابة هي عبارة عن مهارة مفيدة؟ لم لا؟ نستمع إلى هذا النص ونجيب على الأسئلة.
Is handwriting obsolete? Handwriting involves forming letters with a writing implement. Proper handwriting, i.e. cursive writing, normally requires formal training that is still in place in some schools. Naturally, at initial literacy levels, young learners are trained to manipulate a writing implement and develop their eye-hand coordination so they can form letters. As learners get older, however, they are more reluctant to write. One of the reasons mentioned is the fact that most people word process, making handwriting unnecessary. Even older adults that used to have a distinct handwriting style often claim to have lost the ability to write smoothly and evenly. So, is handwriting obsolete? Should we forget about it? Handwriting has been a very distinct identifying feature. It represents the writer in more ways than one. Graphologists analyze handwriting to determine character traits, gender, personality, and emotional state, or to authenticate documents. Allowing it to truly become obsolete would remove an identity marker that has been regarded quite highly in historical and personal terms. Handwritten notes of prominent authors are coveted by collectors, who will often pay exorbitant amounts to possess them. On the other hand, most of us will invariably use a computer when we write. It is fast and efficient, and it makes editing so much easier. You can delete, copy, paste, store versions of your work throughout stages of editing for later reference. You can spell check and search for words or alternative expressions. Compared to all these advantages, handwriting seems so restricting and restricted that most computer-literate people limit it to scribbling notes for someone or filling in forms that are not available in electronic form. Tests, you might argue, require handwriting. Some do, and some are computer-based. It is true, however, that a substantial number of pen and paper tests require writing by hand within a set time limit. Rusty handwriting is likely to affect the final score. Overall, there seems to be some resistance to the total and unbroken hegemony of the computer, indicating that people do not want to become totally reliant on it. They are keen to hang on to some of the more tangible aspects of literate life that can be manipulated and accessed without the help of a device, such as reading books or writing by hand. In view of the above, we would have to consider a more inclusive standpoint that allows us to exploit technological advances while maintaining the ability to write with a simple implement on a surface for someone to read. Being able to record ideas, information, and messages in a self-sufficient and independent manner allows us to control the action itself and continue being masters of our expression.
What does handwriting involve؟ علامات تتضمن هذه المهارة. Number 2. Why are some people not keen to write by hand؟ لماذا بعض الناس لا يكتبون بأيديهم؟ Some people are not keen on handwriting because they prefer word processing. يفضلوا محررات النصوص. Number 3. What can specialists find out about someone through his/her handwriting؟ اختصاصي الذي يقرأ الخطوط ماذا لا يعثر عليه؟ Can analyze a person handwriting to determine character traits مواصفاته الشخصية gender أيضا جنسه personality شخصيته emotional state حالته النفسية or to authenticate documents أو يوثق بعض الوثائق. Why is the word processing popular؟ لماذا اشتهرت محررات النصوص؟ Which types of tests are mentioned؟ What is the difference between them؟ ما هي الاختبارات وأنواعها وما الفرق بينها؟ Number 3. What is the writer's viewpoint on the issue؟ Do you agree or disagree? Why؟ هل تتفق مع الكاتب ورأيه؟ 4. Read the text again and identify. Thesis statements كلمات تدل على الفكرة. Number 2. Supporting statements كلمات أو آراء تدل على أو تدعم فكرة الكاتب. 5. What are some of the differences between this text and an expository essay؟ ما الفرق بينه؟ Expository essay تعني المقال التفسيري.
B1. Decide whether or not you support advertising in schools. 2. Thinking about reasons why advertising in schools is a good or bad idea. Use an organizer to write down your ideas. 3. Write a letter to your local newspaper about this topic, trying to convince the reader that your view is correct.
الآن ما رأيك في الإعلان المدرسي؟ ووضح لنا هل هي فكرة جيدة أم سيئة؟ قم بإرسال فكرتك إلى مقالك هذا إلى جريدة محلية. Advertising in school is not a good idea وأعطي الأسباب والأفكار. وابدأ بإرسال رسالتك إلى الجريدة بهذه الطريقة.
Dear Editor, in response to last week's article about the rights and wrongs of advertising in schools, I am writing to give you my opinion on why I think it is a positive thing. First of all, having adverts in and around the school gives teachers the opportunity to teach students about the field of marketing and advertising. Moreover, to sum up,
الآن أثناء الكتابة في مثل هذه الموضوعات لديك هذه النصائح.
Writing corner: when you write a letter to communicate your opinion and feelings on a controversial topic, start with an appropriate greeting. Dear editor, dear sir or madam, dear Mr. Jones. State clearly the reason why you are writing and give your general opinion on the topic. State your reasons for your opinion by giving reasons and/or examples. Organize your reasons into clear paragraphs. Each paragraph should start with a sentence which gives the main reason, topic sentence. The paragraph should then be developed in such a way that you support the topic sentence with more details and examples. Use connectors to list your main reasons. Moreover, in addition, additionally, what's more, last but not least, and so on. To express your opinion, uses phrases such as, in my opinion, from my point of view. As far as I'm concerned, I strongly believe that. Ask yourself what objections your readers might have to your ideas and use phrases to express a general opinion such as, most people think that. Everyone knows that. Most people support, oppose the idea. Select features and benefits that you can present to overcome these objections. Do not forget to write a conclusion carefully, going back to your initial thesis statement and summarizing your facts, arguments. Use phrases such as, to sum up, in conclusion, to conclude, and so on.
الآن ملخص هذه النصائح. نبدأ الرسالة بالموجه إليه، ثم نقوم بكتابة موضوعنا باختصار، ثم نعطي آراءنا وأفكارنا والأسباب والأمثلة لذلك، ونديل أو نبدأ كل مقطع من مقاطع الأسباب والآراء من مستخدمين هذه الكلمات الترتيبية. وأيضا يمكننا أن نعطي آراءنا باستخدام هذه الكلمات in my opinion وغيرها، وأيضا يمكن أن نعطي أمثلة لهذه الآراء والأفكار باستخدام بعض الكلمات التي تدل على الرأي الجماعي. في النهاية نلخص رأينا الأخير وننهي الرسالة بآخر فكرة نود إيصالها إلى المستقبل. Form, meaning and function، الصيغة والوظيفة والمعنى. Conditional sentences with present and future forms، الجمل الشرطية باستعمال المضارع والمستقبل. You can use conditional sentences with if مع إذا. كلمة if to talk about causes and results، لنتحدث عن الأسباب والنتائج. Present facts، نصائح في المضارع. Use the simple present tense in both clauses، نستعمل في كلي الجملتين المضارع. Our bottles are recyclable. If you drink crystal spring water, not only do you feel more energetic, but you help the environment. إذن في كل حالات هذا الشرط نستخدم drink, feel, help في المضارع. Future facts للحقائق المستقبلية. Use the simple present المضارع البسيط in the if clause في جملة if and the future with be going to باستخدام be going to سيكون أو سوف يقوم be or will أو سوف in the result clause في النتيجة. إذن في جملة النصيحة نستخدم المضارع، في النتيجة نستخدم المستقبل باستخدام will أو going to. If you drive the BMX 3000, people will notice and admire you. إذن notice and admire كلها سبقتها كلمة will للمستقبل، وجملة if كان فيها المضارع باستخدام drive. If you drive dull and lifeless hair, Floral Essence Shampoo will make it healthy and shiny. إذن جملة if مضارع have، وجملة النتيجة will make. You won't feel your best الآن منفية will not، وهي جملة النتيجة، وأتت جملة if مؤخرة وهنا استعملنا كاما فاصلة. على كل حال if your clothes don't look their best الآن لن تبدو أو لن تشعر بأنك في أفضل حالاتك إذا لم تبدو ملابسك في أفضل حالاتها. may و might ربما ونستعملها in the result clause to suggest something is possible أنه قد يحدث هذا but not certain وليس أكيدا. If you haven't yet worn Planet Mercury sneakers you may not be performing to your best ability. Put your feet in them today to see what you can do. إذا لم تلبس مثل هذه الأحذية قد لا تؤدي أفضل ما لديك أو قدرتك. إذن هنا افتراض. أيضا لدينا I'd rather أفضل أن I'd prefer. I'd rather I would rather اختصارا to talk about preferences نستعملها لتبين التفضيل. A يقول would you prefer to go shopping or stay home؟ هل تفضل الذهاب للتسوق أو البقاء في المنزل؟ فB يجيب I'd rather go shopping أفضل الذهاب للتسوق. هنا يجيب A طريقة أخرى I'd prefer to stay home. I don't want to spend all my money. A. Complete the sentences about facts. Use the simple present or will in the second clause. أكمل هذه الجمل عن الحقائق. استعمل المضارع أو البسيط أو المستقبل في الجملة التالية. 1. If you heat water to 100 Celsius, it will boil or it boils عفوا. إذا استخدمنا heat في الجملة الأولى وفي الجملة الثانية boils. استخدمنا في كل السياقين المضارع البسيط. 2. If they climb up to 4,000 meters, they need oxygen. سيحتاجون إلى الأكسجين. 3. Unless you stop spending, you will be completely broke before the end of the month. الآن استخدمنا will. B. Work with a partner. Say what happens will happen or might happen in the following situations. أخبرنا ما الذي سيحدث أو قد يحدث في هذه الحالات. 1. If children see a lot of toy commercials on TV, they may buy one. 2. If there is a sale at my favorite store, I might get a new t-shirt. 3. If I leave my wallet or cell phone at home, I will be very sad. 4. If you get top marks at school, you will be very proud, or your father will be very proud. 5. If I see an advertisement on TV, I will shut down the TV immediately. 6. Your idea. عطنا فكرة من لديك. C. Work with a partner. Ask and answer. Would you rather buy clothes online or at the mall? Why? هل تفضل شراء الملابس على الأونلاين أو في المجمع؟ لماذا؟ Words connected with shopping habits. كلمات لها رابط بعاداتنا في التسوق. Some words connected with different ways of shopping are. بعض الكلمات التي تدل على طرق معينة في الشراء. Shopping mall. مول للتسوق. Wide range of products. مجموعة واسعة من المنتجات. Discounts. تخفيضات. Food courts. أماكن إلى الأغذية. Entertainment. التسلية. Luxury. الرفاهية. Small stores. المتاجر الصغيرة. Friendly service. خدمة ودودة. Neighborhood. في الحي. Helpful staff. طاقم مساعد. Appealing atmosphere. وأيضا جاذب. Convenient location. المكان أو الموقع الملائم. Online shopping. التسوق بالأونلاين. Convenient. ملائم. Door to door delivery. تسليم من الباب للباب. Fast. سريع. Wide range of products. الكثير من المنتجات. Pay by card. الدفع بالبطاقة. نقول في هذه الجمل مثلا
Small neighborhood stores offer a friendly personal service. Luxurious shopping malls provide entertainment, food, and good discounts on products. Online shopping is becoming more and more popular as it's convenient, fast, and you can pay by credit card.
وهنا لنعدد إيجابيات شيء ما، إيجابية تلو الأخرى. Conditional sentences with when and unless. when عند في الجمل الشرطية، و unless إن لم. إذا نستعمل when عوضا عن if عندما نتكلم عن الحقائق العامة، ونستعمل في ذلك present tense المضارع في كلا شبه الجملتين. when you press the button عند ضغطك على الزر، ما الذي سيحدث؟ the washing machine turns off، تطفئ الغسالة مثلا. when water reaches 100 Celsius it boils، عندما يصل الماء إلى درجة 100% مثلا حرارة يغلي. إذا نستعمل when عوضا عن if. و unless you can use the word unless in place of if in negative sentences. الآن نستعيض عن if في الجمل أو في الجمل المنفية ولا نحتاج إلى نفيها، فهي بذاتها نفيا. unless I study hard، if I don't study hard الأصل، فلذلك استعضنا عنها كاملة باستخدام unless. unless I study hard I won't get top marks. unless you exercise you probably won't lose weight. unless you study harder you will fail the test.
The advertisements. Work with a partner and persuade him or her to buy the product. Use sentences with when, if, and unless. When you brush your teeth with Sparkle toothpaste, your teeth will be cleaner and brighter. If you buy this toothpaste, your teeth will look great. If you don't buy this toothpaste, you might need to visit the dentist. Unless you buy this toothpaste, your teeth will look terrible.
الآن حاول التحدث عن هذا الإعلان وأقنع زميلك بشراء هذا المنتج. Work with a partner. E.
Work with a partner. Talk about your preferences and give some reasons. Use conditional sentences in the present or future. I'd prefer to go to the mall. If we go to the mall, we can also have lunch in the restaurant. 1. Local store, the mall. 2. E-learning, classroom. 3. Get a job, go to college. 4. Buy a motorbike, buy a car. 5. Visit Dubai, Muscat. Act 1. Work in pairs, groups. Think about the advertisements that you see, watch, or hear every day. They can be billboards, advertisements in magazines or newspapers, TV commercials, radio advertisements, leaflets, stickers, etc. 2. Choose one that you think is beneficial and helpful to people. 3. Discuss and identify the product or service that is being advertised, the target group, the text, script or slogan that is being used, the image, and the message that the advertisement is trying to get across. Make notes in the chart. 4. Create a new advertisement for the product. Use a different medium. If, for example, you have chosen a magazine advertisement, you might want to develop a TV advertisement for the same product or service. Use your notes to help you. 5. If you decide to create a TV advertisement, remember to make a storyboard. If, on the other hand, you have decided to create a radio advertisement with people talking to each other, remember to write a script. Finally, if you decide to design a magazine or billboard advertisement, make sure you prepare a sample with photos, colors, special fonts, etc. 6. Roleplay. Take on the roles of advertising teams and clients, company executives of the product or service. Each advertising team has to present their new advertisement to the clients in a convincing manner so they can persuade them to agree to it.
الآن عليك بتكوين إعلانا عن منتج معين product or service المنتج أو الخدمة. existing advertisement إعلان سبق أو موجود بالسابق. new advertisement إعلان مقترح وهو الجديد. the medium الوسيلة. billboard اللوحة الإعلانية. magazine المجلة. newspaper الجريدة. radio TV other وغيرها. الآن إلى من موجه هذا الإعلان سابقا والإعلان الجديد؟ the target group أو المجموعة الموجه لها. the text script or slogan الشعارات والنص أيضا أو السيناريو. the image design الصورة أو التصميم. the message الرسالة. special features details المواصفات الخاصة والتفاصيل.
Evaluate and discuss the influence of advertising. Create an advertisement for a product. Advise someone against something. Use adverb clauses. Use conditional sentences with present and future forms. Use may and might to speculate about the future. Talk about preferences using I'd rather and I'd prefer. Talk about shopping habits. Use conditional sentences with when and unless.
Brand, consumer, formula, implement, logo, trait, adjectives, artificial, dull, cursive, exclusive, frustrating, obsolete, outlandish, revolutionary, sophisticated, unconventional, adverbs, dramatically, similarly, spontaneously, virtually, agreeing, I agree completely, I couldn't agree more, you're absolutely right, you're right about that, real talk, beat it, blow, broke, max out, real talk, a dime a dozen, doze off, hard to swallow, just, advising against something, are you sure you want to do that? I don't think that's a good idea, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm afraid you're going to regret it if you should think carefully before you. Disagreeing, I'm sorry but I don't agree with you, I see it differently. I totally disagree. I'm afraid I don't really agree. I'm not so sure about that. You must be joking. Verbs, admire, authenticate, covet, expose, imprint, intend, promote.
حل كتاب النشاط. كان معكم الأستاذ جاسم العقيلي مع تمنياتنا لكم بالتوفيق والتفوق.